Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Dix here for Viral. Yes, we are doing a Viral exclusive. As many of you are talking about, hearing about what everyone's been talking about, the Academy Awards, but it wasn't for the awards or the presentation. It was mostly mainly because of this. Actor Will Smith confronted comedian Chris Rock and by all means trying to defend his wife. Will Smith with his emotions when Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith. Chris made a joke about Will Smith's wife. Will Smith and his wife didn't like what they heard. So Will Smith decided that he was going to take it upon himself and smack the daylights out of Chris Rock. And Chris Rock was a little bit shaken, a little bit didn't see it coming. That was just all fun and games, but Will Smith came out of nowhere and smacked Chris Rock for disrespecting his wife while she was going through a medical condition. And I guess Will, his emotions called up to him, the best of him. He decided that he walked up there and told Chris Rock to he just smacked him and just told him, "You better not say nothing about my wife." And Chris Rock really was stunned and made a joke out of it by being stunned about it. And then now a lot of Hollywood is mixed with emotions as Will Smith. They feel like Will Smith was wrong for smacking Chris Rock in the face, and Chris Rock. Some of them think that Chris Rock was disrespecting Jada without knowing her condition. Jada suffers from alopecia. Many of you may be aware alopecia is hair loss over the years when your hair um you start losing your hair. And I guess Chris Rock didn't check the memo on that. And Will Smith decided to take it like brought back Phil from Philadelphia. And a lot of people was believing that this ain't Will Smith, this ain't his character. We known Will Smith for being like the happy go lucky, all around good guy. But maybe we're seeing a different Will Smith that many people didn't see in those years that many people warned us about. But at the end, Will Smith won his Oscar for his role in King Richard. Will Smith won that, but it got overshadowed because of what he done to Chris Rock when Chris Rock made that joke about Will Smith, and Will Smith kind of let Chris Rock know don't come messing with his wife.
About and tense moments of the night, Will Smith smacks Chris Rock on stage. Right there, it happened after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, Jada is battling alopecia. No word if Chris Rock knew that when he made the joke, but Smith then cussed Rock out, telling him to keep Jada's name out of his mouth. ABC muting the several seconds of audio. And then later, Will Smith wins his first Oscar for Best Actor and gives a very emotional and teary speech where he apologizes, simply saying, "I'll make you do crazy things." Also saying, "I hope the Academy invites me back."
That Will Smith, what he did, it was a really emotional moment for Will Smith winning the Oscar. But before then, he smacked Chris Rock for disrespecting his wife. Now we show you these pics right here. If we can show you right here, Will Smith was trending on Twitter right here after he won his Oscar, and two when he Will Smith went crazy that night for real. Yesterday was a crazy night for Will Smith, and he was trending. He was trending, and Will Smith was trending. It overshadowed the Oscars because of situations like this happen. It's unfortunate what happened with Will Smith, and Chris Rock got in the midst of it. Chris Rock better just now on, do your homework, do your research. You know, when you finna roast somebody, let somebody know ahead of time before you roast them, because I get it. Comedians, they go by grips and they go by emotions, uncharted territory. We get that, but I mean, Chris Rock didn't see this coming. I know he did. I think Chris Rock now knows that he was uncharted territory. Hopefully, Chris Rock will learn his lesson and let this be a teachable moment for everybody. Will Smith for, you know, being embarrassed, but at the same time embarrassing himself. And Will Smith, a man of character, of dignity. Why would he even put himself through that emotion to I don't know. Sometimes I kind of think and wonder, like, when Will Smith was talking about love and peace, I mean, is this what it is? Because I'm thinking too, like, what everybody else thinking, like, they actors, is this real or is this fake or is it staged? I was thinking it was staged at first, because I'm like, they both actors, they both probably got together and said, let's do this to create a moment, and you would have thought that would have been it, but they said this is real. This is real intense. So like I said, it's no one should put their hands on somebody. It was a verbal thing. It didn't. Chris Rock was trying to be a jokester, trying to make shed light, but then again, too, he got to watch what he say, because I know he likes making fun of Jada Pinkett Smith, which he should have got the okay rather than just digging at him and stuff. But like I said, Will Smith with his emotions up high. Um, let's hear. Let me hear.
Moments of the night, Will Smith smacks Chris Rock on stage. Right there, it happened after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, Jada is battling alopecia. No word if Chris Rock knew that when he made the joke, but Smith then cussed Rock out, telling him to keep Jada's name out of his mouth. ABC muting the several seconds of audio. And then later, Will Smith wins his first Oscar for Best Actor and gives a very emotional and teary speech where he apologizes, simply saying, "Art imitates life, and love will make you do crazy things," also saying, "I hope the Academy invites me back."
From that report about the situation, that we know Will Smith apologized to the Academy, and we'll tell you what Will Smith statement was to earlier as he delivered it as this moment. But let's hear what the people had to say. A lot of people had a lot to say, from celebrities, radio personalities, and Christian leaders. Let's start with Ricky Smile.
Nothing. Nothing at all justifies Will walking up, slapping the shit out of somebody while they on stage. Now, if I was Will Smith, and we all different, I'm just saying the way I would have handled this is, when he told the joke, I would have got out of my seat, but I would have went to my left or to my right to get backstage. Find out, okay, when the talent come off stage, do they come off stage to this side or this side? Okay, they come out to this side right here. Okay, I would have patiently waited for Chris Rock to come off stage, and when Chris Rock came off stage, I would have been like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" I would have took Chris Rock in a small room, and I would have asked him. I would have been like, "So what's up with that? What you just said about my wife?" And I would have at least, because what happened is that would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to make the correction, right? That would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to say, "Hey man, I didn't mean any harm," or, "Hey, fuck you, I said what I said." Okay, if he would have went backstage and said, "Fuck you, I said what I said," then slap the shit out of him if that's what you was gonna do. But did you give him an opportunity to correct? Did you give him an opportunity to apologize? Or you could have sat in your seat and said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And that would have been that. That would have been that. He would have went on to the next joke or went on to somebody else. You could have made your point without walking up on stage, putting your hands on somebody. Because I tell you what, if you'd have came up there and slapped me, he would have been limping back. All of Birmingham, all of Kingston, all of Airport, all of Center Point and Roebuck would have came out of me, and that person that I keep withheld. And I'm talking about I stand strong on my manhood, period. I stand strong on my manhood. And regardless of whether Chris Rock pressed charges or not, he should be arrested because that was assault. That was assault. Donald Welby, you on here, you're a police officer, that was assault. And the LAPD is, it ain't about, okay, protecting women. How many people in the cemetery for making the wrong decision and doing it the wrong way? How many people are at Zion Memorial Gardens or at Carver Memorial Cemetery for making the wrong decision? You don't know what nobody past is and what somebody done been through. For you to be out here putting your hands on somebody, you can't do that. It's called discretion. Control your anger, control your temper. Where was that same energy when when she emasculate, in my opinion, did she emasculate him at the red table talking about Tupac and August Alsina and entanglement? That's all I'm saying. I got time, Dave. Oh, yeah.
All right. You heard from comedian Ricky Smiley, radio personality Ricky Smiley, addressed the situation, his thoughts on what he thought. As you see right here, Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, as Chris Rock was a presenter, and Will Smith had to, in his words, had to defend his wife. Let's hear from another comment from David Porter.
Okay, I want my prediction to come through. So I'm watching, I have to pay attention. Chris Rock comes on. I love Chris Rock, big Chris Rock guy. Makes a Jada Pinkett joke, how she's going to be G.I. Jane 2. I actually thought she was in G.I. 1, so I didn't even get the joke. No, it's because she's bald. She has no hair. Will Smith doesn't like the fucking joke, comes up to the stage. You're like, oh, this is part of the bit. Whack, slaps him, still part of the bit. Ha ha. They cut the fucking thing, and then you start seeing, it's like, what is going on right now? They have the footage after the fact, and Will Smith's like, keep my fucking wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Like, freaking out. You got Dua Lupita sitting next to Will Smith, just in stunned, like, silence. You got the crowd shots now coming out. It was like, what the fuck? I went down a rabbit hole. Is this real? This greatest Oscar moment is real. If it's real, how did Chris Rock not fall down? How did he continue? Is Will Smith just a fucking lunatic? And then, like serendipity, Will Smith wins Best Supporting Actor or Best Actor, Male Actor, something for King Richard. And he's up there crying, waterworks. People are clapping like my man just assaulted somebody. You're a Chris Rock or Will Smith guy. Fine, clap. The speech, he's crying, defend the family. Is he talking about the movie? Is he talking about slapping the shit out of Chris Rock? He's a vessel to his people, and God is calling. He slaps Chris Rock. What are we talking about here? And how's everyone standing out clapping? No one's booing? No one's a Chris Rock guy? Listen, I don't know what to think. I always know what to think. I don't know what to think. I am a Chris Rock guy. I think fucking Will Smith is crazy. Born and raised in West Philadelphia, spent most of my day, just slapping the shit out of people, unprovoked. It's a joke. That's what he does. He's a joke maker. It's the Oscars. Come on, it's Chris Rock. Get over it. But at the same time, kind of happy. He's like, I had to defend my family. And Jada Pinkett, she looked happy that he slapped the shit out of him. So I don't know what to think. Wild time is the Oscars. I am going to vote. Everyone's, was it real? Was it fake? Based on the waterworks from Will Smith and the reaction of Chris Rock.
All right, you heard from David Porter. He's a famous investor. he gave his comment on what he thought. He's mainly signed with Chris Rock. He felt Chris Rock was being mistreated. Same way as Ricky Smiley was kind of neutral, saying that Will Smith was out of character, out of line, and should have had talked to Chris Rock to air his grievances about his wife in a private matter. When we get that, let's hear from preacher, social media preacher Marcus Rogers on what he weighs his thoughts on this Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Interesting was that, he came from a background, I think, particularly, I believe it was his. What's going on, everybody? I'm not going to be long with this, but as many of you have probably seen, it's all over the internet. Will Smith walk on stage and smack Chris Rock for a joke that Chris Rock made. Many of you might not know this. Will Smith's wife has been sick, and because of that, she has cut her hair, so he made a G.I. Jane reference. And as you see on the video, at first, Will Smith looked like he was laughing, and you can clearly see that Jada did not take it well. And he walks on stage and he slaps him, and it's like something just kind of came upon Will. You could see it in his eyes even when he was sitting down. Not typically the Will Smith that people are used to seeing. But here's the thing that I found interesting. I recently had read Will Smith's book. I like to read and just see people's stories. And one of the things I found interesting was that, he came from a background, I think particularly, I believe it was his aunt, that, he talked about them catching the Holy Ghost and stuff like that in the church and things like that. And he had, people, just trying to push him, toward relationship with God. And towards the end of the book, Will Smith was in full-blown witchcraft. He went somewhere, I believe in Africa, and he was doing these little rituals, trying to tap into his inner self. And the thing is, obviously, everybody has seen over the last couple of years, he has went through a lot of public humiliation and things with his wife. But, they're sticking together. I'm sure he has his flaws and he has his issues. But just looking in his eyes, it was almost like, you're getting those awards, he's made all these great movies. Like I said, I read the book. He's got all these accomplishments, did all this stuff with hip hop. He was actually one of the guys who really set it up. I think he was the first one to win, a Grammy as a rap artist or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, when I was reading the book. And then he made all these movies that were, number one. And for a while, every time he dropped a movie, he was breaking records. And with all that being said, when he even got up there and he won the award, and I don't watch these kind of shows, I just saw it on the internet, and he won the award and he's in tears. It's just like, if you got discernment, you can see he's still empty. All the accomplishments he has over his life, he's still empty. He doesn't feel, fulfilled. And I believe that God is allowing a lot of the things that are happening in his life because there have been seeds that are planted. There have been people in his life that have told him about God, told him about religion. He's seen, he said he's seen people in the church catching the Holy Ghost, falling out in the Spirit and things like that. And I believe that God is trying to get Will Smith's attention. Now, I know a lot of people, you like to write celebrities off, like it's just over for them and, they sold their soul. Look, God can save anybody. I don't put no limits on God. I don't look at nobody and just be like, they're a lost cause. I don't care what they've done. I don't care where they've been. I don't care, the mistakes they've made. I don't care how deep, off in the darkness they have gone. The light of God is so strong. The love of God is so overwhelming that if Will Smith, as he lays in his bed tonight and he ponders, man, I went up there, I smacked that guy, and now the internet's going to bring up I seen, why didn't you smack the August dude, and why didn't you do this, and, all these guys been doing this and that with your wife and things like that. He's going to lay there, he's going to see the things that people are saying on the internet, and I believe he will have a choice to make. While you're laying in your bed, while these thoughts are racing through your mind, I believe the door is open. And if you just look up, those seeds that were planted, in you by your aunt, when she gave you the word and you went to church, if you call out to Jesus, he will save you. And all that emptiness and confusion that I saw that was all over your countenance tonight, Will Smith, God will give you something that's better than any Grammy or Oscar or award or feeling you can get from doing a movie and having a stupendous box office opening. All of those accomplishments you have in life will not equal to one touch from your Creator. He can wipe away all that confusion. I mean, honestly, you look like, there's been so much that you've been trying to keep it together. And tonight was a breaking point. And so I will be sincerely, honestly praying for your soul. I don't know why I just started talking directly to you, but I'm sincerely going to pray for you tonight because I know that you're empty. I know with all of your accomplishments, you're going to lay in bed tonight and you're not going to feel whole. You're not going to feel like everything is right with you. You know something is off. And I'm going to tell you what that is. You need a relationship with Jesus. And like I said, I read your book. You opened yourself up to all kinds of spirits when you was doing those rituals. And it looked like tonight one of them, came upon you. Some people might not, agree. People love to argue. But I'm praying for you. And I'm going to tell you, don't got to pray a fancy prayer. Don't got to pray a religious prayer. All Will Smith needs to do is look up with every thought that's racing through your mind, every question that's racing through your mind, and just say, Jesus, are you there? That's all it takes. Knock, and the door will be open to you. It'll blow your mind. Y'all pray for Will Smith.
From Pastor Marcus Rogers, who offered a encouragement to Will Smith after Will Smith had his meltdown at the Oscars with his wife trying to defend her honor. Not gonna understand a husband defending his wife honor and stuff if she's being disrespected. That doesn't come around with the territory, but both of them are in the entertainment business. They should be open to any kind of scrutiny that comes their way, because in life, people are gonna test you and see how far they can go. Well, we can tell you this, that Denzel Washington, he made a quote as well on what he said. This is what Denzel had quoted. And Janet Herber, she has a long history with Will Smith. Her and Will Smith mended fences a couple of years ago after they had their little disagreements and stuff. Janet Herber said that she's proud of Will, and there's no one that so much that someone can take that much. Celebrate the win. And she said something about Chris Rock. Said Chris didn't need to go there. Met him once. It was enough for me. Very mean spirited. So Janet Hoover, who was the original Aunt Viv on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, expressed her feelings that she's Team Will. Well, you wouldn't known a couple of years ago she was against Will because of Will. She felt Will blackballed her and stuff. So now they back on good terms. Here's a message recently, a couple of hour ago, that Will Smith had sent for his slap. And I quote, I'll just read what he said, that my behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but jokes about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were indicated of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in the world or love and kindness. That quote from Will Smith. Will Smith released this statement tonight, speaking upon what he had was last night before winning the Academy Award for his work in King Richard, and it all caused chaos and confusion with Chris Rock making that joke about Will's wife, and Will walked up, slapped Chris in the face, and yelled him as expletive that we won't get to. Um, all we know now that Will Smith saying that he will address the situation in the upcoming Red Table Talk. So Will Smith will be interviewed by his wife Jada Pinkett Smith on Red Table Talk to give his side of the story. Also, we got to wonder what's Chris Rock's going to reaction is. Will Chris Rock gives his reaction to the story? We're hearing reports that Chris Rock's supposed to do a comedy tour, and we'll see Chris Rock has anything to say. So we'll see how this goes. We'll keep updates on what's going on between Will Smith and Chris Rock, because I know this matter is not through yet. We know Will Smith had to make a public apology to keep faith, and also too, will there be consequences for Will Smith of winning his Oscar? Will he be revoked of his Oscar? That's some of the questions that's kind of leaning towards now. Will Will Smith lose his Oscar after years of acting, years of trying to win an Oscar, years of trying to get an Oscar for nearly 20 years? It all started with the Muhammad Ali, and then with Concussion, and now finally with King Richard. Will Smith lose his Oscar that he worked so hard to attain for this long? Only time will tell. Thank you all for watching this edition of Viral as we talk about Will Smith confront Chris Rock on the Oscar stage. I've been your host, Kendra Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you on the next Viral. Peace.